Yeah, I'm me, Matt, and this is Killer Kyle, and this is the last year for the Big Four pay-per-views. We're talking about Survivor Series, and we're in Texas this year, so everything's bigger in Texas. Let's hope that this is gonna be an awesome pay-per-view.
I think so.
And it's actually kind of funny. The beginning of the year began in Texas with the Royal Rumble. And now we're ending in Texas with the Survivor Series.
Well, we still got December to go.
Oh yeah, but that's...
As far as the Big Four goes, yes.
Yeah, so... I understand what you mean.
Yeah. Have Royal Rumble in San Antonio, then you come all the way to Sunday, and have Survivor Series in Houston.
That's right. So hopefully this... I mean, I'm like I say always, hopefully this is going to be a good show. For a lot of reasons.
The last few weeks, the build-up for this event has been pretty good.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to that. You know, to me it makes a lot of sense. You have the Survivor Series, and you have Raw versus SmackDown again, which I think is awesome. I know bragging rights is over with that stupid pay-per-view. This makes more sense to me, especially this card that this year doesn't have any titles on the line.
Right.
It's just, who's the best?
Yeah.
So, well, I'm looking forward to that.
See, when they had bragging rights back 5 years ago, I think it was, or something like that, it essentially was pointless. There was no meaning to it. If they had to have done it this go-around with the brand split, it would have made more sense. It would have meant something. But you essentially got the premise of bragging rights just thrown into Survivor Series.
Exactly. And it's going to be pretty awesome. And well, obviously, both wearing blue. Well, got some red on. That's all good.
Yeah, well, my shirt's mostly black, but you know, Brahma Bull representing here.
Yeah. And I could have worn my Stone Cold shirt. Well, whatever. This is gonna be fun.
One way or another, we're going to coordinate both wearing wrestling shirts doing one of these.
One day.
Anywho.
Okay, so we start off with the pre-show. We got Enzo Amore versus Kalisto again! And, fuck. For the Cruiserweight title. Seriously, they couldn't have him feud with somebody else? Oh my god. And then, you know, you gotta... This is what pissed me off with 205. And I understand it's people's birthdays, whatever. You had a whole show dedicated to fucking Kalisto. Yeah, it's your birthday, what? So you could have, you know, somebody being thrown into a birthday cake? Fuck. I mean, fucking Enzo, and I had to skip through the whole match because it really was fucking disgusting. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm getting real sick and tired of this feud, you know? I mean, Enzo needs to fucking move on. So, let's see. You've got... You know, well, you know what? I don't even care. You know, after this match, I want a new feud.
Yeah. I mean... Okay, yeah, there's been good back and forth between the two of them. Their matches have been, decent. But...
I'm still glad that Enzo's on 205. There's just him and Kalisto. Like, there's no actual, real other matches that he's had. And that's kind of why the program in itself sucks. You've got all these heels and not enough faces. You had Jack Gallagher, and then he became a heel. Now what? Just very limited in all of this bullshit. So, I don't even care about this match, to be honest with you. So, I'm just gonna say Enzo. And I don't even like Enzo, but you know what? Kalisto's just gonna lose it anyways.
Yeah. Most likely.
Go to the main card. We have Brock Lesnar versus
Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman against AJ Styles. And you have the Universal Champion against now WWE Champion AJ Styles.
Now, you could probably see Brock Lesnar versus Jinder. I'm not sure why they chose AJ as the champion. It kind of really throws everything off because they were going to tour India, I heard, and Jinder, who's of Indian descent,
Yes.
would represent the country, and you know, because of that, now it's no longer, it's bullshit. He's not there, he's not the champion anymore, yet, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Now, is it gonna be interesting to see these two go at it? Well, you know what? You had a lot of smaller guys face Brock Lesnar. What's AJ Styles, you know?
Yeah. I think it'll be a good match. You've got the technical, high-flying AJ Styles, energetic, and then you've got the physical, aggressive, strong bull of a man in Lesnar.
Yeah.
Can AJ come up with a win? Most likely. Will he?
Probably not. I could see Brock Lesnar demolish AJ, you know. I don't want to say that and be obvious, but as good of a wrestler that AJ Styles is, I don't see him winning this match.
Not likely.
I mean, look, John Cena, the almighty John Cena, lost to Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Suplex City, bitch. So, there you go. My bet will be Brock Lesnar. As much as I do like AJ Styles, I just can't see a win.
Yeah.
If he could pull off a miracle, then that would be great.
Yeah.
But then we have Team Raw.
The first of the 5-on-5 Elimination Survivor Series match. This is the men's version. You got the captain, Kurt Angle. The monster among men, Braun Strowman. The ordinary man who can do extraordinary things, Finn Balor. The Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. And a guy that got thrown in this match pretty much last minute, but it seemed as if Raw needed a more dominant wrestler for their team than who they originally had. Sorry, Jason Jordan. The current Chief Operating Officer of the WWE, 14-time World Heavyweight Champion, the King of Kings, the Cerebral Assassin, the Game himself, Triple H.
And you know, I gotta say, this whole thing with Kurt Angle and the long lost son, Jason Jordan thing, was complete bullshit from the. That just was. I can understand where they were coming from, but when I saw what I saw this Monday, or last Monday, whichever. When I saw this match, I wanted to throw up and then shit on it. Because Monday was okay, 3 hours is too much. If you're gonna have talking, a match, talking, more talking, a match, then cut it back to 2 hours again.
Yeah.
Because that whole thing with Kurt Angle and Jason Jordan coming out and crying, yeah, you could have sympathy for him, whatever. It was made him look weak. Now, of course, you got Triple H coming out with the awesome beard, and he's like, I'm the new member of Team Raw.
Yeah.
And then he pedigrees Jason Jordan.
In his raspy, deep, aggressive voice. If you're not gonna make the damn announcement, I am.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it was cool to see that because you could see a potential making for Kurt Angle versus Triple H at WrestleMania 34.
Potentially.
And I still want Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Ronda Rousey and The Rock, but we're never going to get that. So
Not likely.
this will be second best, if anything. But yeah, it was a pathetic excitement. I said what I said before.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, and then you got this team.
The SmackDown side of things, you got Commissioner Shane McMahon, the Viper Randy Orton, the Glorious One himself, Bobby Roode, the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, and the man making his return to WWE after his match against Roman Reigns, dual 16-time world champion, Mr. Big Match Guy, John Cena.
Yes, yeah. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I mean, he makes his one appearance, He's been gone for a while, he's said his piece. I don't want to be the guy that wrestles that much anymore.
Yeah.
And that's fine. So, to see him back in Survivor Series is, well, fine. I'm not a fan. I don't hate John Cena, but at the same time, just to see him one time at Survivor Series is pretty cool. Does this mean that Team SmackDown's gonna get theirs? I don't know. Because they're back and forth with Raw.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had after TLC the Under Siege, if you will, SmackDown going over to Raw and raising hell. And then you got this past week with Team Raw invading SmackDown. And you have whoever it was holding Shane McMahon and Kurt Angle spitting in his mouth and saying, yes, we're gonna kick your ass at the Survivor Series. Which, well, who knows? I mean, that was a pretty cool closer to lead into Survivor Series. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing what this is gonna be like. I mean, you have Triple H and Kurt Angle, basically Braun Strowman, and Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. So you got a good lineup there. But then you go over to Randy Orton, John Cena, Bobby Roode, and Shinsuke Nakamura. You got two awesome teams, in my opinion, of today, and veterans in themselves. So yeah, who knows who's gonna win? I mean, there's a possibility that I'll say that after. What you gonna say?
I sent this to you, I'm pretty sure it was the Tuesday night when you came up to my apartment, even though it was close to the end of SmackDown. But I'll say it again right here, right now. When SmackDown did the Under Siege thing for Raw, and then this week do Raw's retaliation for it on SmackDown, they fucking should have done it. Raw go under siege by SmackDown on Monday this week, And then the answer for that be Raw, go to SmackDown Tuesday night, and there's your go-home show for Survivor Series, but no, they gotta space it out, and then have Stephanie McMahon get involved, and run down Kurt Angle like he's a child, and...
Yeah, that didn't make sense either.
Boom!
That's, yeah, you know, it's kind of like Stephanie McMahon comes back after her long absence from being in WrestleMania this year. And what's her first thing? We're going to cut up Kurt Angle like we've done to Mick Foley. And I'm sorry, but that's weak. You know, you're supposed to be the boss's daughter, and you're being the school bully. You're not making any fucking sense.
No.
And on top of that, later on Raw, having Jason Jordan coming out with duty in his pants and saying, I thought I was going to be on Team Angle, whatever. And so it's like, I could see why people don't watch your show anymore, because it's going to be 3 hours of soap opera. It's like, fuck. I mean, it was bad enough with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Now you get this shit. So,
as the world turns with Jason Jordan and Kurt Angle.
yeah.
Fuck!
Fuck. Right off.
Who do you think could win, Raw or SmackDown?
So, my pick... Yeah, you know what? My pick is going to be Raw. So, there's two things I can see. And so, I mean, obviously, like I said, you've got veterans in Kurt Angle and Triple H. There's a possibility that Triple H can kick all of their asses, whatever. And then you got the Samoan Submission Machine. Another thing is have Jason Jordan come out and cost Team Angle the match.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Team Raw on this one. As much as I love SmackDown, I think this is a strong team for Raw. So,
Yeah, I think the reason why they put Triple H on Team Raw is, again, sorry Jason Jordan, but Triple H is more of a viable threat than you are, my friend.
yeah.
As good of an in-ring competitor as you are, and you know, being NXT Tag Team Champions, SmackDown Tag Team Champions, that's all fine and dandy, but when you're going into a big battle like this,
Yeah.
who better to have on your side than, you know, the King of Kings, the cerebral assassin?
Well, you can't have a child play with the adults. So, well, yeah, so
Daddy, give me what I want!
Team Raw, yeah. Tag team match. Got Team Bar, or Cesaro. Cesaro and Sheamus taking on the Usos.
Yeah, the newly minted Raw Tag Champs against the current standing SmackDown Tag Champs and the Usos.
Yes. And, of course, you know, when this whole thing happened with Raw, SmackDown invading Raw, you had the match between the Shield and the Bar, and of course that distracted the Shield for some reason, and your new tag team champions, the Bar.
Well, the thing about it is, you had the match with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose defending their tag titles against Sheamus and Cesaro. The match is going along fantastically.
Yeah.
It would be equal to the match that they had when Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose initially took the tag titles from Sheamus and Cesaro. And then you got, don't you dare be sour, fucking Big E, and then the New Day doing this whole spiel about Under Siege Part 2, and you know, you got Kurt Angle rallying the troops, and we're gonna be ready this time, they're not gonna get the one up on us, and then it all turned out to be just a ruse, and of course, you know, you got Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Sheamus, and Cesaro stop fighting each other. They're at the ready. You get all these Raw guys come out. They're at the ready, and then it pretty much looked like at the end how a lumberjack match would look, so to speak. You got all these Raw guys standing around the ring. You got Sheamus giving the bro kick to Seth Rollins, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then you got new Raw Tag Champs.
And it's like, okay, so why did you not just end a match there? You know, it's like, okay, here's SmackDown coming to invade Raw. Oh, wait a second, there's still a match going on. It's like, stop the damn match, as Jay would say. Because it's stupid. But I understand now why they did it. Because that leads into
This
our
match.
next match.
Nope. Yeah.
So, before we get into that, let's say who's going to win this match.
I honestly gotta say, most likely the Bar.
Yeah, they've been doing really good. I mean, as much as the Usos have really good in-ring style, they do better in their heelish game, you know. I still think that the Bar can win.
You know, you've got the Usos, who aren't really all that liked on SmackDown. You got the Bar, who's not very well liked on Raw. Isn't that a heel versus heel thing?
Yeah,
Which
I know.
Don't typically do. And so if they had have kept it the Shield against the Usos, at least it would have been face against heel, but whatever. Still should be a good match, nevertheless. But, yeah.
So, who do you say is going to win this one?
Like I said, but the Bar.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay. So, like I said, I know the reason why Ambrose and Rollins lost the titles because our next match is the Shield, yes. The Shield,
Oh, three of them
yes.
against the New Day.
New Day. It's gonna be pretty interesting. You got these guys who haven't been in the ring in a pay-per-view in a long time. And I'm not gonna say Kurt Angle and the Shield. The real Shield reunion
Yeah.
against the New Day. And yes, I really think this is gonna be a good match. you
Yeah.
know? I think that I wish the New Day would have stayed tag team champions for SmackDown, but they wouldn't pass their record
Yeah.
for Raw or whatever. Anyways, yeah, and so I think the Shield are gonna be really awesome in this match. I can't think of anything else to say, except I think they can pull it off too. I think they're better. New Day really are goofy, and I know they can kick ass, but the Shield are better. They know what they're doing as far as they know each other, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I don't see it being a New Day for the New Day.
No, it's gonna be the Shield for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know, you got Roman Reigns, who's kind of the muscle for the Shield. You got Big E, who's been an extreme powerhouse
Yes.
for the New Day. And then you got the technicals of Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Kofi Kingston, and then the Z-Man, Xavier Woods.
Yeah. And I mean, just because I say that the New Day probably aren't going to win this match, I mean, you look at their Hell in a Cell match, Jesus
Oh,
Christ. You That was the fucking best. I mean, they tried and they tried, and that's unfortunate that they lost, but
Yeah.
they just did a really good job. They fought as hard as they could.
As much as you didn't see any blood, and yes, it was physical, you gotta give props and bonus points to both the New Day and the Usos for not only being creative, but ingenuity and intuitiveness.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Especially having a kendo stick, like, block between the two cage thing. Like, well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was awesome, but like I said, Usos got the better of him. And so, for this match, I'm still going to say Shield. I could see a power bomb for all three of them. Although, I think Big E would be a bigger challenge. Yeah, I still say the Shield.
Yeah, I think as much as you'd want to see a triple shield power bomb, I think the only way really you could pull that off is if you have like Seth Rollins power bomb, Xavier, have Ambrose power bomb, Kofi, and then have Roman power bomb Big E. Unless somehow they can pull it off, be freaking awesome to see. I mean, fuck, there was WrestleMania 3 years ago, I'll say. The Shield against the New Age Outlaws.
Oh, that was, 2014. I think it was. I can't remember.
But yeah, you had Dean Ambrose, Owens, Roman Reigns powerbomb both of them. I was like, okay, that was good. If they could figure out a way to do that with all three members of the New Day, it'd be cool to see.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, have Big E in the middle, hold up by like Roman Reigns, and then like have him hook onto a leg each of Kofi and Xavier, and then do the powerbomb. Could see that possibly, but yeah.
Now, one of these matches, I just thought of this now. Like, I can see the Survivor Series matches be like that, but what if this match is also an elimination match? It's, you never know. Like,
Yeah, but in order for that to happen, they'd have to make the announcement for that, probably on the kickoff show.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's pretty late for it.
Yeah, it's
An elimination match.
but I'm gonna say the Shield
Me too.
for sure.
We have Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss against the newly minted SmackDown Women's Champion. Woo! Oh god, that was
Oh, yeah, that's not
yeah.
good.
We can't do it. Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, and as much as I love Alexa Bliss, and we all know that, you got Charlotte, who is former NXT Women's Champion,
Raw
former
Women's Champion. Divas Champion.
SmackDown Women's Champion now.
My god, she's held the Fantastic Four.
Yes, and then you look at Alexa Bliss, who's only had a
Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships.
So, you know what? I have to say Charlotte Flair.
Because, I mean, like, with Alexa being the manager, I guess you could say, of Blake and Murphy, there wasn't really an opportunity for her to go after the NXT Women's Championship. And then she came to WWE after they quote unquote retired the Divas Championship.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And there's the pedigree, you know what I mean? She's a Flair. And she's all these things. Gymnast, whatever. So was Alexa Bliss. And I like to think that in a perfect world, yeah, I would say Alexa Bliss. But in this case, I have no choice but to say Charlotte Flair. I think she can do it all. And you know what? It's just the way it is. Multiple time champion, like you said, for women champion.
Yeah.
You know, I just think that it's better to see Charlotte Flair win. And if not for the fact that her dad's been ill for a long time and then returns on SmackDown.
I mean, the match between Natalia and Charlotte was amazing.
Yeah.
And for me, I kind of had an indication in my head that Charlotte would win only because, of course, it was in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is where Charlotte is from.
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess you can say kind of her ring name
Yeah.
came from her, that area, but I mean,
Totally.
have her dad come out after she won the championship was genius.
Yeah. So, and if it were Natalia versus Alexa, then my answer would be different. But, obviously, that changed on SmackDown, so I have to say Charlotte. I think that
Yeah.
she's more experienced. You know, when you look at Alexa Bliss, she wasn't a wrestler when she was in NXT. Or if she did wrestle, it wasn't for that much.
Yeah, Alexa started wrestling after kind of Blake and Murphy split.
Yeah. So there's that. Even so, she didn't win the NXT Women's Championship.
No.
So in that case, it's like okay, and then she didn't even win the Divas Championship.
No, because like I said, she was in the WWE and of course in NXT
Yeah.
after the changed the Divas Championship to the Women's Championship.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I'm picking Charlotte Flair.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Charlotte as well. I mean, they're both very athletic. Charlotte's the more technical one of the duo, but this seems Charlotte can get the dupe over Alexa. And the one thing that made it really interesting was at one point they had made reference to Ric Flair being backstage on Raw. It was like, oh, cool. And then to have him come out after Charlotte won the SmackDown Women's Championship, it's like, so he was backstage for Raw for maybe the whole 3 hours, and then go to the airport, get on a plane, fly from Atlanta, Georgia to Charlotte, North Carolina
Yeah.
to do that bit with Charlotte after winning the championship.
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
But
But
I
I
mean,
can understand.
oh yeah.
It could have waited.
Mm.
I mean, it could have waited till Survivor Series. But
Yeah.
whatever, you know. Kind of. And it just, yeah. I don't know. But, yeah, anyways. So. On to the women's portion of the Survivor Series. We've got Team Raw, which is Alicia Fox, Nia Jax, Asuka, Sasha Banks, and Bayley, taking on SmackDown team of Becky Lynch, Carmella, Naomi, Tamina, and
It was initially Charlotte Flair that was on Team SmackDown, but because she got the win over Natalia for the SmackDown Women's Championship, there has yet to be a replacement named for Charlotte for the SmackDown side of the 5-on-5 Elimination Survivor Series match.
the rumor was it was going to be the returning Paige, except she fucked up for some reason when she, I don't know, tweeted some pictures or whatever. I don't fucking know. Shit. We'll get to that later.
Apparently, Paige suffered from Jimmy Jacobs syndrome.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, fuck you, Vince.
Mm.
But, in any case, who knows who's gonna be the other member of Team SmackDown. Even so, I mean, is this Team Raw very good? I mean, Jax and Asuka, sure, but I have no use for Sasha Banks. Bailey's whatever, you know, she's fine.
Alicia Fox is a complete fucking nutcase.
Pretty much. I mean, you had the woman for 10 years, and you couldn't fucking do anything with her. 10 years. In that time, she could have been Divas Champion, Women's Champion. 10 years, and you fucked it up. And I'm fucking surprised that Alicia is still here. And for what? So she can be made an ass of herself? Because I'll tell you what, fucking Paige went, you know what? Fucking Alicia Fox needs to go. Because as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing, no one's doing a goddamn thing for her.
Yeah, I mean, 10 years in WWE and your so-called crowning achievement being captain for a Survivor Series team.
Yeah.
What do you fucking do?
Give me a fucking break. You know, just, nobody gives a shit. Like, seriously. It's just fucking nuts. You know, Alicia Fox should not be here anymore.
Yeah.
Because, you know what? Take a page out of Paige, if you will. Go somewhere else. Go to TNA. Fuck, do what Mickey James did. Then they'll be proud to bring you back.
But the length of time that Paige has been away from WWE, what's she done? She hasn't competed in
Yeah, no, you're right.
on the other brand.
No.
She hasn't. I haven't heard about her doing any projects or anything like that. I mean, the biggest thing to come was fucking the whole glockenspiel with her and goddamn fucking
Alberto El Patron.
yeah.
Yeah, and that makes me sick, but I guess what I was trying to get at was, you know, you get the women, well, actually, that's not even true either, because Mickey James and Gail Kim were champions in WWE
Yeah.
way before they left and went to TNA. Whereas, hell, you know, Alicia Fox, what has she done? And so it's like, so she has to leave. Like, I'm like, this is, you fire fucking James Ellsworth? You fucking fire James Ellsworth. I don't like James Ellsworth, but this guy was an asset to the WWE. Whether or not he fucked up the women's Money in the Bank match. He was fucking Carmella's manager, and why you fucking let him go, I don't know. But fucking hire him back, because at least he would have went somewhere. Whereas Alicia Fox, you had for fucking 10 years. And what did you do? Oh yeah, nothing. Well, we're gonna make her look like an ass, you know, we're gonna have her flip out and after every match and be a psycho bitch and all this other shit. No, you put the fucking title on her. And if she's not fucking worth it, then get her the fuck out of there. Give her some fucking dignity. But no, we gotta keep her around, because I don't fucking know. You know, Paige was at least the Divas champion.
Mm.
But hell, we can't do that to Alicia Fox for some fucking reason. So either get her the fuck out, or she gets, I don't know. But and if it's because of the Totals Divas bullshit, well then, I don't know what the hell you're thinking.
Talk about giving Elisa Fox some dignity. I don't think James Ellsworth had any fucking dignity at all wearing a goddamn doll costume.
No, that was Halloween. I mean, that's no excuse, but that was Halloween. And we all know why that happened. I mean, the fact of the matter is, yeah, James Ellsworth didn't have much dignity in WWE, but he had a purpose. You know, yeah, he was made an ass, but they tried to put him with Carmella. And he, as much as I hated him, he actually got somewhere with Carmella. You know,
Not much.
not much, no. And they could have put him somewhere. They could have put him.
He basically went from getting his ass kicked by Braun Strowman to being Carmella's lackey.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah, I could see your point. I just think that they take these people, like Jimmy Jacobs, who used to fucking wrestle in Ring of Honor, and they put him in NXT. But because he took some pictures with the Bullet Club from New Japan and Ring of Honor, whatever, he gets fired, and now he's on Impact, cracking jokes with Josh Matthews on, hey, can I take a selfie with you, and all this other stuff.
Mm.
It's pathetic. And fuck you, fans, for letting it happen. This is why people don't watch the company. This is why you lose less and among other things. This is part of why there's less and less fans, because you take somebody in, and just because they don't reach your criteria, they're gone.
Mm.
You know, Zach Allen, for example, had no leg. Okay, fine. They could have did something else with him. I don't fucking know what that is, but you could have did something else with him. But the fact of the matter is, you know, these people don't get a chance. And the fact that you've had Alicia Fox this long in the WWE and have done jack shit with her fucking is a disgrace. And I'm pleasantly surprised that she's still here.
Mm.
And a captain on Team Raw to begin with. So, that being said,
We go on to the last match. Miz against Baron Corbin.
that's pretty cool. I like Baron Corbin despite what others say, and there's been back and forth. I don't know if you want to call it a shoot. I
Been on
mean,
fucking social media.
yeah, I mean, it depends on what you want to. You got Baron Corbin making tweets out, and then he did a video and he talked about Maurice, and then you had The Miz do a video, and he's like,
I talk about my wife again, I'll knock your fucking teeth down your throat.
exactly. So it's like, is this real? Is this fake? Like, was this planned? A pretty good shoot, if you ask me. You know, we got these two badass motherfuckers. I have no use for The Miz, although I do think he is one of, well, I can't say he's a great Intercontinental Champion. I mean, nobody else has had a chance with that title in a long time. So there's that. And then you got Baron Corbin, the new U.S. champion. I mean, he's been U.S. champion for a while now, but at least he's got a title, you know. So it's cool to see these two go at it, you know. But I'm going to pick the obvious choice, and I'm going to go with Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
I think Baron Corbin's going to knock his damn teeth out. As much as I like the Intercontinental Championship, and I'm not a big fan of the U.S. Championship, I still think Baron Corbin's going to win. There's no... Unless you get the Miz-Taraj coming out, I think Baron Corbin can do complete damage to the Miz.
With the state that Curtis Axel has been in for a while, after getting the shit kicked out of him by Braun Strowman, both Axel and Bo don't stand a chance.
No. You know?
And Miz more than likely going to get got.
Exactly. Oh, it's going to be a fucking awesome match. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see Corbin finally and getting it to the Miz and shutting him up for good. You know, I think it's high time that happens. Because, you know, like I said about Alicia Fox, the Intercontinental Championship has only been on the Miz, you know, off and on this year. And that's the sad part of it. You know, you had the Dean Ambrose and so on and so forth. Actually, I think it was only Dean Ambrose and the Miz this year. No one's really had a fucking shot at the Intercontinental title. And to me, that's sad. So hopefully the Miz will get a feud going on some point with somebody. But in this match, I definitely want to see Baron Corbin beat the fucking shit out of him. So, yeah, it's going to be a good match. And that's going to be a good show. I'm looking forward to it. And I think you are too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, everything's bigger in Texas, so I'm hoping that this is going to be an awesome show like they did at the Royal Rumble this year. And it's funny how time flies. I remember last year doing the Survivor Series, which was kind of my first attempt at it. Wasn't that good. Then, of course, Goldberg going over Brock Lesnar was a pretty interesting thing in itself. But I can't wait to see what happens this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. What else would you like to say?
Looking forward to Sunday night. All the matches will be good. Take Enzo and Kalisto and put that aside. And basically we'll find out come Sunday who's got brand supremacy.
Yep.
Probably match most interested in, I'd say most likely Brock and AJ.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say Brock and AJ, the Shield and the New Day.
Yeah.
For me, is going to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am actually looking forward to Raw versus SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
For the men's edition, you know. It'll be fun to see Triple H back in the game again. So, and it'll be an interesting start to what will possibly be Kurt Angle versus Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I said before, Jason Jordan could possibly come out and ruin it and then have Team SmackDown win, which I'll be okay with too. I mean, SmackDown's been one of those things now since the brand split where Raw took all the good SmackDown wrestlers and now they're doing better than they have. Even now that Kurt Angle's there.
Mm.
So, yeah, this is going to be a good show and I'm looking forward to it. Keller here is looking forward to it. So, yeah, well, this has been a good review.
Do you think there's a likelihood of possibly seeing Triple H and Shane go at it in the ring at some point during that match?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, those guys are the leaders.
Brother-in-law against brother-in-law.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I mean, if there's gonna be blood, that's gonna be that match. I'm sure a shit gonna see something like that. Somebody said in a review I saw, it was Survivor Series 2003, where you had a bloody Randy Orton crawl over and pin a bloody Shawn Michaels. And, you know, you could very well see that. So, anyways, this has been Wheels of Fury. I mean, Matt, the Killer Kyle, and it's going to be an awesome show. And talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.